Underway in street stock. Heat race number 1 of the night. Chad Comer on the pole in D3. He'll lead the herd into 1 and 2. Scotty Benjamin along the outside, down the back straightaway, door to door. They're 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 down the back chute into turn number 3. And the caution is out. Fix it. Street stock, heat race number 1 of the night. They're door for the race lead off the exit of 2 into turn number 3. Adam Willis from 10 Mile, Louisiana, the X-File from 10 Mile. A pair of wins this season up in Northwest Louisiana and East Texas. He has been a shoe indeed. Scored his first ever win and his first ever start at the Boot Hill Speedway earlier this season. They are literally door for the race lead. They're door for 3rd down the back straightaway. Benjamin trying to get the best here to the outside of the 61. Hands go up, hands go down, hats come off for Mr. Ben. He puts in a lot of work at this racetrack, day in and day out. He works on this thing 7 days a week, and it's definitely tell here early as this racetrack is good and racy from top to bottom. Right now, with command of this race, is they're 3 wide for 3rd off the exit of turn number 2. Oakdale, Louisiana's Derek Perkins fitted in there for a moment, had to think better of it. Out front it is the C3 Comer. Comer, who had a very good run up at Why Not Motorsports Park in Magnolia not long ago in a big street stock race, as he has a healthy advantage right now heading into turn number 3. This time he'll see a face full of white flag tonight from your flagman, Cortland Smith. Adam Willis, the 10 Mile Louisiana hot shoe, rolls 2nd. Brandon Rashong, feature race winner here this season in 61, holds on to 3rd. Benjamin in 4th in 04. As they're stacked and racked here in street stock heat race number 2, presented by Henry's Auto Salvage. Turn number 3. Gonna get the pole bid in this one. Nolan getting the pole bid here in street stock heat race number 2 as they fly off into 1 and 2. The 46 leading the herd. Rob Slott out of New Waverly, Texas. Slott, a pretty good shoe. Races down at the South Texas Shootout in Corpus Christi the last several years. It's 48. Son Ryan Slott drives the 49 car. Sometimes they swap rides. You don't know who's going to be quite in what. Off of 2 into turn number 3. Here on the 2nd lap of your street stock number 2 heat of the night here at Leesville 171 Speedway for track championship. Into 1. It's all Slott leading the way. He's going to roll the outside of the Leesville 171 Speedway, and his competitors will follow his tire tracks minus the 15 who rolls 3rd. It's Big Bird. Or is that maybe Craig Oaks tonight? I hadn't seen the lineup. It's Craig Oaks tonight. The racer who drove from 16th to 2nd in this year's 12th annual 5,000 to win Cajun Cruiser Classic at Arklatex, and he's knocking on the back door for 2nd like a trick-or-treater with a sweet tooth here on Halloween. Off of 2 into turn number 3. Driving Jimmy Bird's 115 MRC race car chassis tonight. There's the best engine power plant underneath the hood. Craig Oaks, a wheelman He's won in street stocks. He's won in Mods, Limiteds, you name it, folks. He can get the job done. I said 16th to 2nd 2 weeks ago with $5 grand on the lineup at Arclitect Speedway at Gene Borders Racy quarter-mile speed plant in Vivian, Louisiana at the Cajun Classic. All right, now they're letting Slot walk the dog on him as he is already midpoint of the back straightaway approaching turn number 3, and the sand of the hourglass is ticking away for the rest of his competitors. Rob Slot and car number 48 started 4th, took over the race lead very early in this one, and he'll see 2 to go this time by from your judge, jury, and executioner, Cortland Smith. Into 1. Slot gonna hammer the outside still. Boy, that car's hooked up tonight, isn't it? Everybody else rolling right around. Continues to smash the cushion here. Sign. Love to see the cars up top smashing the cushion. You like seeing these cars. Slot could probably coast to the checkers from here as he goes to turn number 3 for the final time. All eyes on 48, your winner off of turn number 4 from New Waverly, Texas. It'll go to Rob Slot in 48, straight stock heat race number 2, winner presented by Henry's Auto Salvage. Second, we'll go to the Fosse Will Nolan. Underway in factory stock heat race number 1. On the outside pole, drifts way high, wide, and handsome off the exit of 2 and opens up the door for the race lead into turn number 3. The 19 of Leonard McLaughlin going to lead lap number 1 of the 19 Outlaw race car chassis. McLaughlin with the race lead. He'll head off into 1 and 2, total over the second spot. It looks like that's Rodney Howell in the 3. It is Howell in the 3. This car formerly driven by the Murfreesboro, Arkansas racer Josh Scott. A regular at the Diamond Park Speedway. Off of turn number 4 with 2 scored. This time at the flag stand. Give it to McLaughlin once again at 19. The 59, Mike Chevalier tonight. Looking very good. There's the door for a second. Howell's had some very good runs here at Leesville over the years. He's won some at Thunder Valley. Had an outstanding performance at last year's King of the Hill 10,000 win factory stock main event. And had an outstanding run there this season as well. Seems when the big money's on the line, Howell shows up and he shows out, and he's got a bad fast race car tonight. Rodney Howell in the 3H into turn number 3. Howell, of course, was driving Joel Cuvion's backup car at the 5,000 win Battle of Boot Hill, which Cuvion won the $5 grand, and a big push by McLaughlin will open the door for the race lead. And scooting to the inside, door-to-door to turn number 3. McLaughlin tries it in deep to the middle point of the Leesville 171 Speedway off of 4. It's 2 laps to go. Strong. Factory stock heat race number 1 tonight. Scores know it.
Give me that radio. Give me that radio. Larry? Context, baby.
That's atmosphere.
Going green this time by off the exit of turn number 4 in factory stock heat race number 2 of the night. On the pole is the Triple C of Joshua Martin alongside. It's the driver who came from 14th to 2nd here last month. Little John Tuggle, the 2012 John Harvey Toyota Arclitect champion of the Arclitect Speedway. Down the back straightaway approaching turn number 3. It's Martin door to door, and Tuggle got all kinds of sparks. He is sparking and arcing of that HM chassis. Holy moly, and there goes the Triple C. And the Triple C does not stand for Caddo Correctional Center, but boy, he about ended up in Caddo Parish right there. Off the exit of turn number 2, Little John Tuggle with the race lead down the back straightaway, approaching turn number 3 in 175. Here comes the 16. We know that's a good car, being driven tonight by Josh Warren out of Shreveport. Back on our way once again in factory stock heat race number 2, and this has been a dandy since the drop of the hat in this one. How about Josh Warren buying Chris Hennigan's number 16? Of course, this car crossing underneath the checkers first at this year's 4th annual Factory Stock 50, Justin Whitehead's big promoted event. As you could throw a blanket right now, we're 1st through 4th. What a dandy it is shaping up here in Factory Stock Heat Race number 2. 3 different lanes wide for the race lead. Tracy Harris going to go to the point in that HM chassis. Holy moly, to the front. Tracy Harris, the Tracy's Lawn Care number 18. I always talk about it anytime I see Tracy, the Lufkin, Texas racer. Tracy was the gentleman who proposed to his wife on the front straightaway at Sabine Motor Speedway several years ago. Meanwhile, there was a boxing match taking place in turn 4 with David Edwards and Ryan Burke. It was one of the wildest nights I've ever seen at a racetrack. And not to mention the lady in the grandstands looking to have a baby. Yeah. And Josh Warren just lost the handle through 3 and 4. Back on our way in factory stock heat race number 2 of the night. The battle for second was heating up between a pair of Northwest Louisiana racers. Don't race down here at Leesville very often, but Harris going to lead the herd in a 1-2. They're door-to-door for second. Warren in the first night out in that number 16 car, formerly driven by Hennigan. Of course, this car did finish second in the 5,000 to win Cajun Cruiser, or third rather, in the Cajun Classic to Justin Whitehead a few weeks ago. Jason Ingalls was your second overall top qualifier. It's out of the outside pole to Whitehead in the main event. Into 1-2, Tracy Harris is hooked up and digging here tonight. Rolling the hub though. Here comes the 16 of Josh Warren out of Shreveport. The Green Acres Automotive Stonewall transmission, number 16, rolling off the exit of turn number 4. Tuggle all over him, though. Is that Bubba? Maybe, nope, not Bubba Sills tonight. Got a new number. That's a former Bubba Sills car. And that car just lost the handle there. Get a name for your driver momentarily. That's Daniel Sills, so a relation, I'm sure. The white flag is waving this time by at the flag stand, heading into 1 for Tracy Harris out of Lufkin, Texas. Off the exit 2, heading to turn number 3, Josh Warren is trying to reel him in, but the stand of the hourglass, as I say, is ticked away on him. And off the exit of 4, getting a face full of checkered flag from your judge, jury, and executioner tonight. Cortland Smith waves the checkers to the Tracy's Lawn Care 18H. Underway once again in factory stock heat race number 3. Down the front boulevard, heading into 1-2 for the first time. We may get caution here on the opening circuit. We got one coming around. Is that the Chicken Man, James Freeman? C5C alongside. No caution though. They play no games here in Leesville. Oh, and throwing the elbow in a 1-2. Look out, Jimmy Bird. Big Bird. He said, "This is my street." Sesame Street to the front. Daryl Edwards, who had an outstanding performance at this year's 12th annual Cajun Classic at Arklatex, rolls up to the 3rd spot. As factory stock heat race number 3 of the night, being hotly contested here. Randy Wheeler, the reigning track champion here at Leesville, and the hot chassis number 4. In hot pursuit by the 15, a Big Bird, Jimmy Bird out of Carthage, Texas. I wonder if that's Jimmy or what's his name now. That is indeed Jimmy Bird. Craig Oakes behind the wheel of his street stock tonight. Oakes had a solid top 3 performance in that. Down the back straightaway. Jimmy Bird, feature winner last Saturday night at the Timberline Speedway in Corley, Texas, has his crosshairs dialed to the back deck lid of the 4 of the hot chassis of Randy Wheeler. Wheeler knows this racetrack may be better than any of the other factory stock competitors here to do battle tonight. He knows his way around this racetrack. Could probably run this deal blindfolded. Wheeler, no stranger to Victor Lane here in Leesville, Louisiana. He'll lead off the exit of turn number 4 with 2 laps remaining. Randy Wheeler being pressured here for the race lead. Big Bird all over him for it. The 15 looking good here tonight. That MRC race car built by Eric Martin. Off of 4, the white flag in the face of your leader, Randy Wheeler in 4. Hot chassis. Greg and Dustin Hillman, they'll build you a really good piece as well. You speak highly of a lot of these different chassis manufacturers. Starting to be the name of the game. You throw all this big money on the line for the factory stocks, and you got the Bash on the Bayou coming up here on November the 19th. But Checkers coming out for your winner. Randy Wheeler in the 4. He'll put the hot chassis to Victor Lane here in heat number 3, followed by Big Bird Jimmy Bird from Carthage, Texas. Factory stock heat race number 4, stacked and racked, approaching turn number 3 to take the green flag here with Cortland Smith waving the green off the exit of turn number 4. Your pole sitter tonight in this one. Alan Little in the 14. Little's going to lead the herd in a 1 and 2, the 17X. How about Jeff Bates, the Tyler, Texas racer, making a rare appearance here in South Louisiana tonight. Of course, Jeff Bates, a 2-time winner at the Lone Star Speedway in Kilgore, Texas this season as well. That car picked up a $2,500 payday with Kelly Lockey behind the wheel. And boy, that got interesting there for the race lead in a 1 and 2. Bates going to shoot out of a rifle off the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway into 3. Says, hello, Alan Little. Little says, hey, how you doing? He doesn't like it too much. Bates looks to drive right by off the exit of corner number 4, and he's got the race lead in 17X. The man of steel, Mickey Steele, the Pollock, Louisiana racers working his way to the front. And how about Bates bobbling there off the exit of 2 and open up the door? I'll tell you, this is the raciest I've seen Leesville the last few times I've been down here in heat race action in quite some time. And as I'm about to say, this place isn't racy. It's just really good right now, and you got to give it up to them. Jeff Bates holding off the charge from Alan Little, who started on the pole. They better watch out. Mickey Steele. I call him the man of steel. He's in the hot chassis. CB Racing, your power number 37. DuPont Shocks entry from Pollock. Steele with 4 laps to go in this 8-lap affair is coming to the front. He'll have to get around the 18H first and set his crosshairs to second. All 35 factory stocks, I believe, are going to start tonight's main event. We got one around in the middle of 1 and 2. It is the 65, it looked like. Aaron Morrow to the 65, looped it. No harm, no foul. We stay clean and green. Colby Johnson doing a great job holding off Steele here. Steele in the 37. The first heat race of the 12th annual Cajun Classic up at Arklatex 2 weeks ago for $5,000. Mickey Steele is the only driver to come from 11th to win it. The first race of the entire weekend, and Mickey Steele stormed from 11th. Back on the way here in Leesville, Steve Cape in a 1. Jeff Bates, a 2-time winner at Lone Star Speedway this season, has the race lead on the 17X. But here comes Mickey Steele.
All right, so Mickey Steele coming to the Mickey Steele looks to the inside. He's trying to get the number 1 spot. This is.
White flag coming out this time by Steve. Who's going to get it? Still got a big run to the outside in a 1 and 2. Bates going to try to protect. Side by side off the exit of turn number 2. They're going to drag race down the back straight of turn number 3. Bring us home, Steve.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mickey Steele's going to do everything he can to get to the number 1 spot. He's right there right now. He's coming to Cortland Smith. The checkered flags in the air. Mickey Steele.
How do you like me now?
I'll tell you what, Mickey Steele started dead last and worked his way up to the number 1 spot. Mickey Steele, great run this way.
Kind of Happy Meals they can get.
Everybody out here tonight, we got 35 factory stocks. If you've got a factory stock and you start the A-Main, you've got $100 in your pocket.
You got to love Mr. Doherty Smith and Mr. Ben and all they do here at this racetrack for these racers.
All right, Jason Ford.
Oh, my. Oh, a wild start there. This may be the most stacked heat of the night. You got the breakout driver there, Dakota White on the 15X. You got Bubba Jones, one of the only drivers that went both of his heats at the Cajun. Jason Ford, no stranger to victory lane in the Ford-powered hot chassis 535 of Luke Grace off a 4-year leader.
He's going to collect Edwards along with him. There we go, back to the heat race number 5.
Into 1 and 2, Steve Cape for the race lead. Off the exit of 2, it's going to be Luke Graves getting the whole shot, but Jason Ford going to hold strong as they approach 3. Bubba Jones in tow. Like I said, what a stacked heat this top 5. Throw a blanket over them through 3 and 4. Oh man, they are hanging up door-to-door cell phone racing right now. Here comes Bubba Jones. He wants to throw his hat into the ring. Hello, Bubba. He got up into the loop stuff, and here comes David Edwards. Edwards driving back to the front, a little ticked off now. That ERC chassis number D3. Edwards coming to the front. Door-to-door with Bubba Jones, a good friend. Down the back straightaway, Steve approaching turn number 3.
Behind that outlaw car, that 45 car used to be his car.
Yep.
He says he would have never been sold that car.
That is a great point. Now he's in that express chassis built by Shane Hebert, the only first ever built express chassis. They're trying to go 3 wide for second here. Steve off the exit of turn number 4. Bubba Jones going to get the best of Edwards. 4 in, 4 laps to go, and Bubba Jones wants to take second away from Jason Ford. He had to think better of it.
Luke Graves, 535.
What a race. Throw some hot sauce on second. Provençal, Louisiana's Bubba Jones will go to second. But here comes Edwards. David Edwards are 3 different lanes wide for second. Oh boy, if this was for the race lead, they gotta love it. But Luke Graves is out front like Kermit the Frog. His pinky's out, sipping his tea. He's enjoying this.
All right, here we go. Bubba Jones in second.
Every position so valuable here, Steve, tonight. For where you finish becomes a row or 2 difference from where you'd start in the A main. Bubba Jones knows it. He's trying to run down Graves. I tell you, Luke has knocked Bubba off several times in his career over the last 2 seasons. With the white flag coming out for the Ford-powered hot chassis. The former mini stock ace, Luke Graves.
I saw Luke Graves one night flipping mini stock there down the front runway at 171 Speedway. Lost all the shoes out and brought it back out here to win the A main.
He kicked my dad's tail a few times as well as Paul. Off of 4, he'll see a face full of checkered flag. Luke Graves, your winner in the hot chassis 535, followed by the express chassis number 21 from Provençal, Bubba Jones. Got racing tires on there, a little more souped up. This is a fun class, though. If you're looking for an economical way, affordable way to get in, where are they going? Where are they starting?
You never know when they're going to drop the green flag. That's just how this class
Give them the green, why not?
Dennis Mark, corner of 1. He stretched out the lead. He likes to run out front. Marcel Reed, corner of 3. Right there with him. And check out the 86 car. He's on. Started dead last.
Off the exit of turn number 4, your leader to the 0-1. Dennis Martin, your leader to the 0-1, heading off into 1 and 2, has about a half a straightaway advantage. Steve off the exit of 2, heading to turn number 3.
Right now. Number 30.
before taking the green flag. Greg Sammons from the pole on the 35. Who's going to get the whole shot? The 00 of Blaine Perkins. Oh!
Hold on, Perkins.
Blaine got a little insane in the 1 and 2. Nearly lost the handle. He regathered it up there, Steve. Sammons looking good, rolling right through the center of the Leesville 171 Speedway. Here comes Perkins to the inside for the race lead. He's got it. Blaine Perkins using lessons learned from his father, former top 10 finisher of the Texas Motor Speedway World Dirt Track Championship, as they're side by side for second in the turn number 3. Sammons getting all kind of pressure here for second off of 4, and he just lost the handle. Yeah, Levi Heflin's going to go by as well. The 21X is Zach Heflin up to the 3rd spot. I think that they have something for Blaine. If we stay green here, well, a big bobble there for your 2nd place driver, Levi Heflin. It looked like he was starting to march down Blaine Perkins there for the top spot, but 2 laps to go. The sand in the hourglass is ticking away.
The Heflin boys, I tell you what, they're getting stronger and stronger, trying to run down the Perkins boys. This sounds like the Hatfields and the boys out there working on their every week.
All right, now Blaine Perkins. He's got a good line around the bottom side of this racetrack, but it's not the fastest line. As you'll see, Heflin really dive his machine off into the corner, and he's picking up a lot of momentum on Blaine, but Blaine's able to keep that car straight, and the momentum headed forward. My goodness. Heflin's going to be tough on the A-main tonight. Joey Dowden, your pole sitter, going to get the whole shot. That former car being driven by James Thompson, the former Arclitech Speedway track champion. Justin Whitehead wheeled that car to many wins over at Timberline. They're about to go 3 different lanes wide for 2nd. Down the back straightaway on the opening circuit, Steve Cape in the 3. They're making it 3 wide for 2nd.
Last time we saw him on the track, his car was on a record. We'll just see if he can get it hooked back up and back.
Well, Seals isn't the devil, but he's here to steal, kill, and destroy tonight, and he just stole that 3rd spot away through 3 and 4 in the 98. Gonna get some pressure off of 4, though. Gary Morgan is your leader in the 30. 3 car lengths behind the 18M of Cam Mitchell. Mitchell rolls the outside of Leesville. Off of 4, the door-to-door battle for 3rd, the Dandy. Sills. John's on the bottom of Leesville into 1 and 2, the 177, and hot pursuit.
Going down the track, he tries to take down the ball. Before he does that,
and the laps are winding down and winding down. Cam Mitchell trying to make a charge for the race lead, but don't know if he's going to be able to get there or not, Steve. Trying to reel in Morgan, but Morgan is tough as silk tonight, or tough as milk.
Gary Morgan, I tell you what.
This time. White flag, the final time around Leesville 171 Speedway, your junior rookie limited modified heat race of the night. And at turn number 3, Steve, for the final time off of turn number 4, your winner.
Here comes Gary Morgan, car number 30.
The 4A of Randy Wheeler, the driver of the hot chassis number 4 in the factory stocks. 5th row, the inside, Kerry Easton at 71 alongside Daryl Bass. We talked to him a moment ago on Race On Texas as Cortland Smith drops the hammer. Now we are underway in your first A-main of the night here at Leesville. And the one for the first time, the X-File from 10 Mile. Gets the whole shot, but his teammate tucked in tow. Oh my, mid-packer 4 wide off the exit of turn number 2, 3 wide down the back straightaway. I said it before this race started, you better keep your eyes on the big dog K9 of Michael Robertson, who has won here this season. Coming fresh off of that $3,000 Lone Star Limited Modified Nationals at Lone Star last Saturday night. Oh, and he's tangled up on the front straightaway. Oh, look out, Robertson. That was as close as it gets. And Gailey, who avoids hitting the K9 of Robertson. Back away in your limited modified main event tonight, heading into 1 and 2. Willis going to roll the hub off the exit of turn number 2, hit it down the back straightaway. Oh my, they're 3 wide down the tail. The 9 of A-Bear, the K9 of Robertson, the pair of Express Race Car champions. Boulevard. Two very, very good racers who have here at this speed plant, who have both won here this season. Matter of fact, I was here more. Well, these two competitors really swapped it up for the race lead earlier. As the high side hustler, Jamie Burford, going to go low side balling on the start of this one, your 105 main event. Well, I tell you, it's not necessarily quality or quantity night. You got some quality racers up front in this one. David Winslet out of Bossier City rides third of the Yard Services LLC, Bill Brown Enterprises, Stucky ENT, number 21, GRT Chassis, they're third over the race lead. Off the exit of 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Side by side for the race lead, and it's Louisiana's Cal Cummings. Cal Cummings in the GRT Chassis Bureau Consulting number 1. Went door to door with the 21 of David Winslet for the majority of their heat race earlier tonight. Unfortunately, folks, I know it was not sound on that. Been working on it. But hopefully for this A-main, we are good to go. Through 3 and 4 off the exit of turn number 4. Coming down the wire, the 19 of Burford, your leader in 19. The Burford MA Motorsports Dowden Logging Mars race car number 19. And here comes Winslet. David Winslet out of Bossier City is going to march his way to the back tilt tank of the 19 of Burford for the top spot. It's heating up. He wants a championship here at Leesville tonight. Winslet, several wins down here this year. He's got wins at Timberline. Got wins at Boot Hill. Your 2016 Boot Hill Speedway Open World Modified Track Champion is going to take us down for the race lead. Began his Open World Modified career back in 2006. And he's been on for 10 years now. And David Winslet is a shoe indeed. His race career began in mini stocks back in 1998 and 99. So Cummings rides back third, Boudreaux's fourth, Shane Hebert's fifth, Randall Settle sixth. But your top dogs right now running 1 and 2 have went at it this year at Arklatex and Boot Hill. The high side hustler, Jamie Burford out of Keachai, Louisiana. And Bossier City's David Winslet. Winslet looked like he has something. He took a stab at the race lead 3 laps ago, but Burford felt the pressure and turned down the challenge. But don't count him out. Burford and that new Mars race car for 2016. We've seen what Winnigan Chris Hennigan's been able to do with the Mars race car chassis in this season, as well as what Cade Dillard did on the USMTS National Tour. And, of course, the 2-time national champion Rodney Sanders. Kyle Plazot runs a Mars race car. It's the hot commodity on the streets right now, but you never have counted out what GRT Racing Chassis out of South Arkansas has been able to do with Joe Garrison. Their house car driver, Jeremy Payne. Of course, Timothy Culp, that new added driver to the stable of late model competitors in a GRT. Gary Phillips, one of those, as we're hugging the low side right now at Leesville as we're ticking the laps away. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. David Winslet trying to heat it up. It's 10 in, 10 to go this time behind the flag stand shown from your flagman Cortland Smith. Winslet is within striking distance. He's ready to pounce and make a move. One of the best seasons David Winslet's had in his entire career, no matter if it's been a mini stock, an ice stock, a hobby stock. No matter the car, if it has 4 wheels and a steering wheel, he will get on it into one. Winslet is Flintstone on the GRT chassis number 21, Roy Performance Powered Entry. Here comes David Winslet for the race lead. Winslet, he is in fact knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treat with a sweet tooth here on Halloween. Side by side for the race lead momentarily. They're off the exit of 4. Hugging the hub here in Leesville tonight. It's the quickest way around. Kyle Cummings is saying, goodness gracious, I want to be up there having fun with these guys. And meanwhile, Shane Hebert says, I think I may have something for him. If I can get around Cummings and we get a caution, I may have something. Talked about that dominant performance for the 9 a few years ago. As Winslet just took another stab of the race lead. You got a great battle for second, or third rather. In the turn number 3, Kyle Cummings out of Sibley, Louisiana, the son of the 1998 Super Champion Rusty Cummings. Oh, he unfortunately lost to ALS back in 2011. Very smart racer is Kyle Cummings. He'll show some respect over the 9 of Hebert, and Hebert will go by. Hebert will go to third. Down the back straightaway to turn number 3. It'll be 5 laps to go, this time by Austin Wilkins at the flag stand. 5 to go. Winslet is there. Winslet, though, not the type of racer. Well, he may be the kind of racer. Depends on how much money you dangle in the balance. If you think that he wouldn't turn Terry Phillips for 10 grand to the Doug Murphy Memorial, you are wild and crazy. Don't know if he'll do it for $850 to win here. And he'll dive it deep into 1 and 2, and, well, Burford's making that car wider than a triple wide trailer right now. Is he not? Jamie Burford, that car is wider than Titanic. You got to give it to Jimmy and Chris. They have built a very good chassis out of Menominee, Wisconsin. David Winslet trying to bring his state championship back to Bossier City, Louisiana tonight. Through 3 and 4. 2 laps to go this time. I had the flag stand for the high side hustler, Jamie Burford. He's in the Dave Motorsports Dowden Logging at Mars race car. Number 19 with a PTS power plant underneath the hood. Down the back straightaway, 1.5 laps to go. Meek, the lap traffic up ahead, may not become a reality. Through 3 and off of 4. Burford, your leader with the white flag in his face. Winslet, will he make the move that everyone's been waiting for? Into turn number 1. Winslet does not fire. He'll roll good off the exit of turn number 2. He'll go to the outside through 3 and 4. David Winslet going to go to the high side. Off the exit of turn number 4, he's going to give it. Oh, he's got coming to the checkers. Jamie Burford, your Open Wheel modified winner tonight. What a race. Street stock main event tonight on the pole. It'll be the C3 of Chad Comer. Outside of bad Chad Comer, it'll be the 49 of Rob Slot from New Waverly, Texas, as the lights go out. Inside of row number 2 will be the 1 of Adam Willis. Oh my. Adam Willis has a shot to do what Shane Hebert did at the Spooky 50 a few years ago, except it will not come in a late model tonight, but he's just won your first 2 main events. Can he win 3 in a row, folks? The lights are out. We dropped the hammer. Willis has got a lot of momentum. He's been on the racetrack tonight already more than these competitors that he's racing with right now. He's about to try to go 60 laps consecutive around the Leesville 171 Speedway, ladies and gentlemen. That's impressive, and he's going to try to go to second. Adam Willis is going to try to go to second. And my total mistake on that last race, I did say it was the high side hustler, Jamie Burford. I called it the entire race. They're 3 wide right here mid-pack. Oh my. Benjamin on the outside of the yellow 04. As Slot going high side hustling up there to the outside for the 3rd spot. Off the exit of turn number 4, your leaders Chad Comer in C3. Yep, it was not Burford, of course. Good to see Adam Willis at a 10 mile get an opportunity to drive the car that he had driven some in his career for the race team he had driven for, and putting them back into victory lane here at their home racetrack tonight. Now on the front straightaway, Willis with his crosshairs dialed to the back bumper of the C3 of Chad Comer, but let me tell you folks, Chad Comer is not just somebody you just drive right up on and pass. Willis just held off a very hot David Winslet in the Open Wheel modified main event and won a very tough field on the limiteds here tonight. But Chad Comer, a guy who went up to Mississippi Street Stock Nationals a few weeks ago and really showed up and showed out, he'll be a tough cookie here in this main event, as he has a 7-car length advantage as they dive off into 3 and 4. And that car is rolled over very nicely. As you can see, Willis not quite as hooked up here off the exit, I don't believe, as the C3 of Comer. Comer just able to pitch that car off into the corners much harder than the 1. Matter of fact, Willis was kind of losing some ground there to your race leader, and the 61 of Rashong was reeling him in for second. Rashong up to the 3rd spot, New Waverly, Texas, racer to the 48. Rob Slot, Big Daddy Slot, the 4th. Chad Comer will lap traffic come a reality in this one for Comer. A little bit of lap traffic up ahead for Comer. We'll see if it plays dividends in the night's main event. Adam Willis. Boy, you know that he would love to sweep the first 3 main events of the night. Could be one of the more impressive feats we've seen at a racetrack in quite some time. He's got the talent. He's got a good car to do it. But does he have enough race car? Or is he running out of steam and endurance, race fans? Not only that, I think he may even end up doing it caution-free, minus that 1 lengthy caution at the beginning of your limited modified main event tonight. This could get very, very interesting, as Comer will dispose of the first car to go down a lap here off the exit of 4. More lap traffic up ahead, and they're hugging the hood right around the lines. The C3 of Comer is running. Willis not anywhere within striking distance to make a gain right now. I think Willis is going to have to hope for a prayer to win this one here this evening, but there is 10 in, 10 laps to go, and there's still plenty of laps to get the job done. Fate to play his course. You never know what's going to happen on a beautiful dirt track Saturday night here in South Louisiana. And tonight, it's Chad Comer who has the top spot, and there it was. He got bottled up by the 17 down the front straightaway. But the good news is for Comer is the 1 of Adam Willis is so far behind, as the caution is going to come out on the racetrack for the first time. Did not see what happened there with Slot, but he will get his outside row number 2 spot alongside Adam Willis. Should be fun and interesting. We go green here in Leesville with 9 laps to go. 11 scored. Adam Willis trying to win his 3rd consecutive main event of the afternoon. Willis got to go to restart. Comer's going to roll right to the center of the Leesville 171 Speedway off the exit of 2. Here comes Adam! Adam Willis looking to fire the bullet into turn number 3. He'll fire it into turn number 3. He'll fire a blank that time, and he's all over the rear deck, into the C3 for the race lead. That brief caution may have settled Adam down and may have him ready, fired up to go after this win now. He's not going to let Chad Comer get out of his crosshairs in this one. You got one heating up. Everybody rolling around the hub of Leesville. I said it last time we were down here. So interesting. This place was racy top to bottom in the heats. And these guys, seems like sometimes they get complacent and they don't want to try the bottom. But you saw what David Winslet did on the final lap of the modified main event. He set it up top, but it did not pay dividends, but he came a lot closer than someone expected. If you get some more cars to get up there and kick that outside off, it could get very interesting. But it is getting down to the nitty-gritty with 5 to go for C3 of Chad Comer. Chad Comer seeing 5 laps to go here in Leesville. There'll be 4 to go this time by. As he rolls off the exit of turn number 4, Chad Comer, your leader on the C3. Adam Willis right second. Slot still third. Comer not able to really strengthen himself out and distance himself quite as much as he did on that last longer green flag run. This is a much shorter green flag run than we had. 11 laps to a yellow that last green flag run. This time it'll have to be a total of 9 if we go to checkered. And this is Chad Comer's race to drop tonight. If Adam Willis wants to win 3 consecutive, he's going to have to get up on the horse and put the spurs of that bad boy number 1 right now as he sees 2 to go. And he'll open up the door for the 48, a slot to grab second. He'll slam the door shut there in the 1 and 2. Adam Willis trying to hold on. This time, it'll be the white flag coming out on the Speedway. Down the front boulevard for the C3 of Chad Comer. Final time in the turn number 3. It won't matter tonight. Adam Willis dominated the first 2. He'll dominate the 3rd main event of the night. Chad Comer in commanding fashion wins your street stock main event. And the track championship is outside of the Tracy's Lawn Care 18H. Inside of row number 2 to be the 4J of the hot chassis of Randy Wheeler, the reigning track champion. Outside from Pollock, a driver who really stole the field on the heat race performances over at the Cajun Classic a few weeks ago. Vivian, it's Mickey Steele, the man of steel from Pollock. Inside of 3, the former mini stock ace, Luke Graves. Outside of Rodney Howell from Pineville. Josh Warren inside of 4 and Hennigan 16. Outside is Big Bird, Jimmy Bird, the winner here. A winner very recently over at Timberline last Saturday. McLaughlin pushed up on the start, and he's going to lose. He'll lose wholesale spots. He'll lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots. Oh my goodness, down the back straightaway. Leonard McLaughlin. Oh, and contact for the race lead. Oh, and McLaughlin, he looks like a 3-legged dog in an icy lake right now. Get it together, Leonard. Oh my goodness, somebody put ice skates on that number 19 car before this bad boy started here tonight. So the 18, interesting enough, he's the guy that cuts lawns, and he's got enough traction, enough tread, and enough grass underneath the 18. But McLaughlin started off on ice. Tracy said, I know about this lawn business. So it'll be Tracy Harris holding off the charge right now for the 4J of Randy Wheeler. Tracy Harris trying to get a big win here tonight at Leesville, the final race of the point season here. Off of 4 of the 18 leads. The Advocare, Tracy's Lawn Care, HM chassis, Holy Moly Bodies, number 18. One around at the bottom of 1 and 2, but the green and yellow's out. No harm, no foul. We're clean and green right now. You may get a caution eventually, but I don't see it right now. As 2, 3, and 4, door-to-door battle for the race lead. Off by exit number 4, McLaughlin. Harris being pressured all over by the 4J of Randy Wheeler. Wheeler knocking on the back door right now. Hello, Tracy. Tracy says, get out of here. Get out of my house. And Randy Wheeler says, hold up, bud. This is my house. I race here every single time the doors are open, and I'm about to go to the race lead. Harris says, nope, not going to happen. Not this time anyway. And Mickey still says, hey, Y'all keep talking up front, hanging out, and I'm just going to go straight to the front with my head on fire. Through left traffic down the back straightaway. Look out. Oh, everybody going to go nose to tail. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Luke Graves, the 4th car in line, followed by the 16 of Josh Warren, who rides 5th. 6th is Jeff Bates, 2-time winner at Lone Star this season. Kelly Lockie won $2,500 in the 4th annual Longhorn Classic at Timberline Speedway 2 months ago in that machine. That is a bad, fast race car with a Jeff Bates power plant underneath the hood. This is why we have become to love factory stock action here. It doesn't matter where. Arklatex area rules. You can run these things in Iowa, Wisconsin. Arklatex area rules with these asphalt pull-off tires. They're going to put on a great race. And right now, your top 4 or 5 cars are nose to tail. Throw a blanket over them. And the top 10 are right there as well. What a race you got brewing. As Mickey Still is coming to the front. He's trying to get that outside swept off. Obi Gailey, lap car right there. The 27. They'll dispose of him. Harris, a little bit of a bobble. Opens the door for the 4J of Wheeler. Here's the other. This car is way slow to be on the racetrack. If he was in a NASCAR race, he'd tell him to get off. And, well, I guess NASCAR just called. Off of 4. And on the front straightaway, the 5 exits, and the caution is out and 1 for Easton in the 59.
8 laps are complete. 8 laps complete. We got 12 to go. Lights are out. We're going to race in the clear.
Mickey Still been working on the outside for the majority of this race. He's got it down the back straightaway. Made it back up just in time. I saw the great race shaping up as I was coming up the stairs. Mickey Still to the front here in Leesville in 37. Tracy Harris said, no! Tracy, you may have to live up to your business name, and you may have to mow the 37 over to get back to where you want to get, because here comes Bubba Jones in 21. Bubba Jones, he's going to work his way into the mix. I told you for that last caution that the 21, your winner here last Saturday night, was going to fight to the front fast and in a hurry from 7th to 3rd on this restart. Bubba Jones now being pressured by the 4J of Wheeler. He'll drive it outside through 3 and 4. What a move by Wheeler. What a race down the front straightaway. Wheeler's going to make contact with the front straightaway wall. Here comes Edwards. Look at this. Throw a blanket over 2nd through 5th right now off the down the back straightaway. What an absolute barn burner here tonight. Off the exit of turn number 4, they're side by side all the way back to 6th. Meanwhile, Mickey Still. Oh, Mickey, you so fine. He's blowing everybody's mind right now. Everybody's going to need a caution to save their tail if they have something. There's only 5 laps to go this time by Mickey Still, your leader in 37. Does Bubba Jones have anything saved? But he's only got 4.5 laps to get the job done. Mickey Still running away. Bubba Jones trying to smash on the loud pedal and catch him. Will we get caution? Darrell Edwards is slow down the back straightaway. Look out. Darrell Edwards is slow. And we will get a caution, I bet. We will get caution. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. Here. Let's see, Leesville. Does Bubba Jones have anything? How about Randy Wheeler all over the back deck lid of the 37 of Pollock, Louisiana? Mickey Still, we're backing away. Here we go. Hot versus Express in this one. Who's going to get the advantage? Mickey Still will plant the number 37 CB Racing to power number 37, and he'll head down the back straightaway to head towards turn number 3. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Mickey Still with the top spot on hand, but Bubba Jones knocking on the back door like a trick-or-treat of the sweet tooth here on Halloween. Jones is there. The 21 ready to pull the trigger. He'll fire a blank that time off the exit of turn number 2. Don't know that Bubba would rough up Mickey. Per 1,000? Maybe not. Maybe so. Off of 4. 2 to go. 2 to go this time by. Down the front straightaway, back into turns 1 and 2. Bubba Jones, as Mickey still left that bottom side wide open for the advantage. And for the taking. Jones can't take advantage of it. He'll try to put the little bunt around to him. Side by side for the race lead off the exit of 4 with the white flag out. It looked like Jones is going to go a much better run. Oh, they made a little bit of contact there in the 1. Trying to get him a little loose. Lap traffic's going to come in reality down the back straightaway in the 3 for the final time. In the turn 3, Gailey is there. Gailey, the lap traffic, and Bubba Jones is going to make contact. Drag race it to the line. What a race. Mickey still will win it. Your Stinger main event on the Speedway here in Leesville. The 0-1 at Dennis Martin, your leader in 0-1. And I'll be honest, I'm going to grab my hamburger that I meant to grab a while ago, and I got to pee. There, how you like that, Race on Texas? Sorry. I'm just being honest. Sometimes the announcer can't take a break, and he hadn't had a break because, well, that happens sometimes. Your Wing 600 main event is underway, and we got one limping. Blaine Perkins, your initial pole sitter to this race, is limping it down the front straightaway, and the caution's probably original restart. Your Wing 600 main event here at Leesville goes green. Oh my, a much better start by Perkins that time. He slept in front of your outside pole sitter, the 15 of Heflin. In a 1 and 2 off the exit of turn number 2, Blaine Perkins, the 13-year-old young man, the son of Derek Perkins, the former. Oh my goodness, that was close. Goodness, I hadn't seen these cars race in so long. Grew up watching these bad boys with the likes of Brad Gentry, Rusty Pipes, so the list could go on and on. I'm sure there's some probably Arklatex area fans that'll see this on raceontexas.com that'll know the names that I mentioned here. Tubo Smith, Lee Knowles, many other greats that have ran into the Wing 600s, Matt Ebarb, Dustin Gates, go on and on. But you got some very exciting racing that could be had in this division. Right now, you got a battle for the race lead. How about it? 13-year-old Blaine Perkins is going to surrender the top spot to the 15 of Levi Heflin. Levi Heflin to the point here at Leesville on the 15 over the 00 of Blaine Perkins. He's just able to drive that car from the outmost high side part of the track and dive it in. Watch the way he drives this car into the corners versus how Blaine's driving it. Just keeping the RPMs and that car wound up and the traction underneath him. Boy, he is getting it around the Leesville 171 Speedway. Interestingly enough, a lot of folks think that, these cars right here, they're small and compact. Small tires, small wing. They're not a football style wing sprint car, obviously. And Blaine Perkins just spun it right in front of, oh my.
But tonight, Chris, Smoky Mad, wins the world final to Charlotte.
So Smoky Madden wins it tonight in Charlotte, North Carolina. Whole another ball game here in Leesville tonight. And it's Levi Heflin leading the way in your Wing 600 mini sprint main event. Heflin running a good race right now, but he's about to have company in the form of the 21X. It's Zach Heflin. It's the Heflin show up front. Zach and Levi. Come on now, Zachariah Jones. That's what my mom calls me. Zach Heflin stuck on the tire tracks of Levi Heflin. Not sure of their relation. I imagine possibly brothers. Maybe father and son, but I don't know. I imagine they're probably brothers. I would take the stab at a guess. Of course, this class kind of went extinct in the state of Louisiana. The Arklatex area was a very, very dominant force. The Southern Outlaw Wing 600 series back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it just kind of just disappeared. Very, very strangely disappeared when it was seemingly on the upswing. As Heflin has now marched away from Zach Heflin of the 21K. It's all Levi and 15 up front. Holding on to it and marching around the field here at Leesville. The laps are winding down here for track championship night here in Leesville, Louisiana. The first two A-main winners tonight, of course, it was both Adam Willis, who won the Open World Modified and your Limited Modified feature event tonight. And then he comes out after running 60 consecutive laps and finishes a strong second to Chad Comer. Comer won the street stock main. Mickey Steele just won a thriller over Bubba Jones from Provençal. Mickey Steele won an exciting one in factory stock action that we've come to expect everywhere for factory stock competition. And now, just following your four-cylinder winner, Dennis Martin, it's going to be Levi Heflin looking to go to victory lane as this time by LC 2 laps to go to get the job done. 2 to go for Levi Heflin. Levi Heflin off the exit of turn number 2. Zach Heflin still in the second spot. Interesting. Chase Lejeune in the third spot of the 99. This is the final time. 2, 3, and 4. You'll see double checkers, Sunoco double checkers from Cortland Smith. Levi Heflin, your Leesville 171 Speedway mini sprint check champion. Zach Heflin will grab second. Lejeune third and 99. And
Oh no, not a good start for Morgan. Oh boy, that's not how you want to start your A main there, Steve.
All right now we've got car number 18, Cam Mitchell, your leader. Blake Seals, 98 in second. Blake picked up the track championship for points out here. Then we got Jared Gray's car number 177 in the third spot. Joey Dowden, car number 85 in fourth. They stretched it out. So far it's been a follow the leader race, but we'll see what's going to happen. Blake Seals going to do everything he can to get to the rear bumper of the number 18 car, and he's closing up the gap. Closed up to with about 2 car lengths. Blake Seals, car number 98, out of Vidor, Texas. A long history of racing in his family. They've been building transmissions over there in the Beaumont, Texas area for race cars for about the last 35 or 40 years that I know of. Cam Mitchell, car number 18, still your leader. Blake Seals, car number 98, tried to run him down. Joey Dowden, car number 85, trying to get up there and make a race out of it. Cam Mitchell is always a tough driver, and every time he comes over here, lives around the Houston area, but about a 2.5 hour drive to get over here, and he's trying to outrun that Vidor competitor in the number 2 spot. Joey Dowden closed in the rear bump with the number 98 of Blake Seals there for a minute, then he drifts back away.
Starting to bum that hitch again in the 98. Running the center from there to the back neck.
Blake Seals, I tell you what, he's been a consistent driver out here the whole entire season. You just never know when he's going to strike.
He's heating up.
All right, we're going to see if Blake Seals can run him down. He's doing it about a length and a half right now. He's all the way to the rear bumper. Blake Seals going to try to run down Cam Mitchell.
I'm going to try the Bubba Jones line.
Yeah.
And Mickey said no.
Look at this. He's to the inside. They go into 1 and 2. He shows him the front bumper. We're going to see what. This might be a race yet. Down the back straightaway, it's a drag race.
Oh, and it's turning through the door over the top spot here. Steve Case coming out of the wire. 2 laps to go.
Who would have thought this would be a race like this? Cam Mitchell, car number 18, trying to hold up the charge to number 98.
Look at this. Down the back they still take down the top spot. Mitchell back to second, but it's not over yet. 1 more quarter-mile slinger to get the job done.
White flag is in the air. Blake Seals. Blake Seals going to try to keep him off. Cam Mitchell has dropped the number 2 spot. Jared Gray spins in turn number 4. Car number 98, Blake Seals.